Started the stream.
Yeah, just make sure you're being professional.
Professional? I'm always a professional. Happy New Year's, everybody. It's 2020. We're going to take a look back and look forward this week in Geek. We're back.
All right, back.
Okay. Woo! Welcome to the Grizzled Geek podcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Doug.
And we're here with your weekly wrap-up of nerd news. And this week is a special episode. It's our first episode of the new year. This is actually...
Freaking
2020. The first thing we're filming this year.
Yep.
Only a couple days in, so... Yeah. Welcome. We had a little bit of a problem last week. You've noticed it wasn't a show. We had a power outage on this whole block. That's this whole...
For
a couple miles.
I actually had one too, like a couple days after you did. Then my heater went out, so I was without heat for like 4 days.
Nice. Luckily, we live in Arizona.
Yeah. So there was freeze warning the first couple days, but luckily the space heater I borrowed from my parents was super good. Like, my bedroom got hot.
Nice.
From it, so I coped.
Nice. That's what we do. We got a big dish space heater.
Yeah.
I don't even hardly use the actual heater in the wintertime here because it doesn't get that cold. But it was cold last week. But yeah, here we are, a brand new year. Well, I guess we'll say brand new podcast, but we're pretty much the same old.
Yeah,
same old podcast. Same old. That's what you've come to know and love from us. Here, we're just going to take a look back. We're going to kind of, last week, we had a whole episode planned of looking back over 2019, going through all our favorites and ranking stuff and everything. We're just going to kind of gloss over that real quick now because it's now 2020 and we don't want to look back anymore. I don't want to look back. So, last year, I would say it's probably a kind of a record year for, well, definitely it was a record year for movies.
It was.
What were some of the big ones? Was there anything that tops Endgame in your mind?
No. Endgame was the tops.
It was the top? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was...
I enjoyed a lot of the other stuff that came out, but there was nothing as good as Endgame.
Did you see the Joker movie?
No.
You never got to see that?
Nope.
Okay.
Get to is a phrase I have actively avoided.
Actively avoided? Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Actually, I'm trying to think of a movie that would put up there with Endgame as far as the best.
Far From Home was the next best movie of the year.
As far as genre movies go, I guess.
It was still down. Even not genre movies. Like, I watched... I had not seen the Rock Jumanji movie yet. Mm-hmm. So I watched that when the new one was coming out, and then I went and watched the Jumanji The Next Level.
Right.
It was a really good movie, but it doesn't rate up there with Spider-Man.
It's not. It's not.
I mean, it's amazing. It's a great movie. I loved it. And, it was probably my favorite comedy of the year.
Right.
But it doesn't hold a candle to those two,
There was some...
Or Far From Home.
Right. I mean, there was some... I'm trying to think. I was going back through, and there was some good movies, but there was nothing I would put up there.
And here's the other thing, is I only watch, for the most part, genre movies in the theaters. There's no reason to go see a lot of movies. Like the average rom-com or something like that, if you're going to watch them, there's no reason to see that in the theater. You gain nothing from it. You spend a lot of money when you can just wait for it to be on Netflix or whatever streaming service you use. So I don't go see a lot of those type of movies. I wait and go see the event movies, or most of the $1 billion movies that I watched this year.
Right. Yeah.
Not all, but most.
You see Toy Story?
No. That was because I have seen the other three, but I lost interest after 2.
It was done. I mean, well, 3 actually was really
3
good.
was good. I like, the whole thing with Lotso and then handing the toys off. Yeah, it was a perfect ending. I didn't see need for it.
Right.
And I saw 2 and 3 outside of the theaters because they weren't the phenomena that 1 was anymore.
Right.
I don't go see most Pixar. The Incredibles. Yeah, that was this last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Incredibles 2. It was pretty good. I would rank it in my...
Actually, wasn't that the year before, wasn't it? Or was that last year?
I don't remember. They blend together so much. But, yeah, it was...
What's the worst movie you saw last year?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. Was Venom last year? Or
No, that was the year before. That was 2018.
Yeah.
What about Hellboy? Did you see Hellboy?
No.
Oh, man.
No, it looked like a train wreck, so I avoided it.
Yeah.
In the theaters, I don't think I saw any movies that I was just like, oh, this is going to suck. I'm not going to go see it. The last really bad movie I saw in the theaters, and I didn't think it was horrible, it just didn't live up to the hype, was The Dark Tower.
Yeah.
That was the last movie I saw in the theater that I was just like, oh.
I was very disappointed with The Dark Tower because I was so
But again, that was
hyped to go into it.
right?
Yeah, it was 2018, yeah. So, no, it wasn't, yeah.
I think I was a little more picky this year. I think in 2017 and 18, we went and saw everything.
Yeah.
Anything that was something we would review for the podcast, we went and saw. This last year, we were quite a bit more choosy.
I would say I didn't see a movie that I hated, but one I was disappointed in last year was Glass, probably.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was a good movie, don't get me wrong.
It was one of those, like, I didn't need to see this in the theater.
Right, yeah. And it wasn't what I was... It's like one of those things you're promised one thing and you got another, right? It wasn't, I wouldn't say it was like a twist like Shyamalan's used to, but it was not what I was expecting,
It also seems like it suffered from not being set up by the other two movies. Yeah, the other two movies.
Yeah.
It felt much like Rise of Skywalker. Like there was another movie in there that should have happened.
Yeah.
From the ending.
Yeah.
And I was just heard the news that like J.J. Abrams really wanted this last movie to be 2 movies, and Disney said no.
Yep, we got to wrap it up in one.
Yeah, so
that's why it felt rushed, or you know.
Because definitely, yeah. If I were him, I'd want to redo the second and the.
All right.
Let's just ignore this.
Okay. One last thing let's touch on like TVs for last year. TV shows. Was there anything that beat The Mandalorian in your
TV wise? No.
I would say for me, Witcher was close because it was. I mean, have you watched Witcher yet?
No.
Oh man, it's good. It's a fantasy genre. Have you ever played video games?
No, I didn't play video games. That's why I wasn't really keen to jump right into it. I'll get around to it because it does seem like that I would be into that kind of genre. No, I can't think of nothing. Nothing comes close to The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot that was. There wasn't a lot that was like new and interesting on TV for me. Because I wasn't, I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I don't go out and look for the next coolest show on Netflix or whatever. I kind of stick to what I know. Stranger Things definitely.
There's in the chat. You're saying that she loves Mandalorian. Yes.
Yeah,
I got her to watch that.
On another note, while we're on TV, is go watch the Imagineering story if you've got Disney Plus.
Yeah,
so good.
So good.
If you like the amusement parks and you're interested in like history of stuff, it's.
If you like those old like like documentaries they had, it was.
And it just goes through the life of Disney Land and Disney World as the parks and how they came into being and all that kind of stuff. Walt's vision and stuff.
Yeah.
It was very cool. It's a very cool series. I hope that they have a second season of it too. They kind of left off with Bob Iger, but I think they left enough spaces to go because the show is kind of formatted
from
one leader to the next. When Walt dies and his brother Roy takes over, then when Roy's gone, and they go each episode is a different leader, so they can visit in another format. I think, and they go, okay, now we're gonna go by park, or we're going to go by something else that can guide the story. So
Was there anything else? Yeah, I mean, for me, I guess I don't pick a favorite because I liked Witcher, I liked The Mandalorian. I mean, I liked or so much. I really liked. I thought Swamp Thing had a good chance of being something good, but they didn't. They fumbled at the end. That wasn't their fault.
Oh yeah.
Doom Patrol was really good. The Boys was good.
You watch a lot more TV than I.
There was see here. I watch genre. If it's based on a comic book that I've read,
Yeah.
I will watch it definitely. You know, but also Umbrella Academy was good. There was a lot of good genre TV this last year. Was there anything else from last year? Any games you played, books, anything you've?
I got back into SWTOR a little bit. In the lead up to the expansion, and then the expansion kind of underwhelmed me, so I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah. I played the expansion too. I was excited, but
yeah, I got a new Age of Sigmar army, so that's been taking up a bunch of my time.
Yeah.
Having tons of fun with that.
All three of the Age of Sigmar armies I played came out this year, so
Yeah. Yeah, so
can't space those out or anything. No.
and what else were we talking about? Games and something else.
Yeah, and the last that's a good point. Stranger Things was really good too. The third season was a lot better.
It was better than the second season.
Yes.
I will say that.
Yeah.
For it. And it was probably in my top 5 shows because, like I said, I don't watch a ton of TV, but
yeah,
I did. That was one I liked, and a lot of the other stuff was just like Disenchanted and just goofy stuff.
right.
It's
Yeah.
lighthearted.
Like,
I don't, not too super serious.
well, like I said, we had a whole breakdown of this for last show. But that's we just want to touch on a few of our favorites.
Rank stuff and whatnot.
Mention that, but I want to look forward now. Now it's a new year, right? Well, what are we looking forward to here? And we're going to list a bunch of movies and then talk about them real quick here. First off, first category for.
Before you read off what we have on the list, is there any that just, even before you made up the list, you're like, I can't wait for this? In 2020.
In 2020.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. Nothing's like.
There's no end game. There's no.
Nothing. There's lots of like. That's gonna be cool.
I want to see Black Widow.
Oh yeah.
I want to see Ghostbusters. There's a whole bunch of stuff I want to see, but nothing. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for this to come out. Like, yeah. In fact, there's probably more of that in television than there is in movies.
All of the stuff on Disney Plus that's coming out next year is I'm super jazzed for, more so than any particular movie.
Like, if I look at this list we put together here of the movies that are coming out this year and the television shows that are coming out this year, I got to be honest with you, I'm more excited about that television list than I am the movie list. Not that I'm not excited about that. There's a new Wonder Woman. We know we wanted to do a new Wonder Woman. Yeah. You're in luck. The thing is that this year is so many. This is probably the most female-led movies coming out this year than I've ever seen, right? Especially like the big ones. Like if you look at the big ones, what are the big ones for? It's Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. I love the name of that movie. Black Widow, Mulan, Eternals, Wonder Woman 1984, and those are just the big blockbusters. Those are the ones that are going to be like the huge ones.
And only the Eternals we haven't got a preview for.
Right.
We haven't had a trailer for, and all of the trailers look good, including Mulan, which I would have never thought that I was interested in.
Exactly, but the trailer looks good.
It wasn't one of my Disney movies. That was kind of post me. I was done with Disney at that point.
Yeah.
But man, it looks good.
Right. But it's not only the big blockbuster movies too. There's also smaller ones like there's a new retelling of Hansel and Gretel called Gretel and Hansel. It's going to focus on. It was like a horror take on this. It actually looks good.
Okay. I haven't seen anything about it.
Yeah, the trailer looks good.
I've not seen a trailer. Like,
oh, really?
None of the movies I've gone to see recently have
it
had
looks
a trailer.
Creepy and atmospheric. It's kind of
That's good because when I saw the posters and stuff, it smacked of Von Helsing.
Oh yeah! Oh god! Yeah.
Wolverine as Von Helsing.
Yeah. Well, see, this was more of a horror than an adventure kind of thing. Okay. But then you've got Quiet Place 2, which I'm excited about.
Didn't see the first one.
And the first one's amazing. It's really good.
It's not my genre movie.
Yeah, but it's good. And New Mutants, which is actually coming out. They're actually.
Oh really?
They have a trailer that the creator
coming out.
No, they're releasing it in the theaters.
Okay.
And well, they went back and changed it. But the reason why you haven't heard about the reshoots is because they're not having reshoots. All the reshoots they're having done, all the changes Fox wanted to make to it, Disney got rid of. They're getting the director's his original vision.
Oh, okay.
What he originally wanted. So the movie that we're going to get is what the director originally wanted before the studio came in and said, you need to make it more like this and add this new character and everything else.
Okay.
So, again, another female-led movie. But, well, let's break these down. Birds of Prey. Where are we at on the scale of excitement for this? I know...
I'm hyped for it. I think it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. I have more hope for it than I did for Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be a Aquaman or a
no. I don't.
Like I think it'll be good. It'll be funny and fun.
Here's the thing. And this is a problem DC's had. Again, is that I like my comic book movies to look and remind me of the comic book that they're based on, right? So, like with Marvel, Marvel characters look like they should look, right? And DC's had this problem where we need to update, we need to darken them up, we need to do whatever, right? And my problem with Birds of Prey is if I looked at that poster, outside of Harley Quinn, I wouldn't recognize.
Like, who are these people supposed to be?
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's the Huntress. Oh, that's,
I do, I agree.
They don't look.
DC has not yet realized and it's blatantly in your face, the Marvel formula. It's like they put everybody in relatively comic accurate costumes.
Right.
Even ones that you would be going, wow, that's kind of ridiculous. I didn't think that would work on screen. But it did,
Yeah.
So...
And what's the one time DC did it? Like in Aquaman. At the end of Aquaman, they put him in the old green and gold suit, and it worked. Yeah. Right?
It looked cool.
And that movie made $1 billion. Yeah. So...
Well, and here's... they did it with the bad guy. Had the big old goofy helmet on, and it worked. Yep. So...
that's probably more accurate, despite the fact Jason Momoa doesn't look like Aquaman in the comics, but I like him as Aquaman. But yeah, that's my only problem with this movie. What's got me excited about it is I like.
Same reason I had a problem with the Titans is like, who are these people?
Yeah, who are these people?
Titans.
Yeah, exactly. But I like Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I like that they have the scene with the hyenas in the trailer is like, okay, yeah, that's a nice nostalgic touch. All right, I'm in. Black Widow, of course. We've already talked about this. Yeah, we're in. We're Marvel shills.
I am super excited to see like you pointed out that the vest that her sister's wearing is the vest she wears in Endgame. So I'm kind of like, I want to see how is that connected?
They're going to say, well, Kevin Feige said that this movie is going to make us look at both Civil War and Infinity War differently, right? So it's that one of those gap movies that fills in the gap and kind of changes things around. So I'm excited about that. Again, Mulan, I was excited about Mulan. It does look really good. I just wish they had a dragon in it.
They switched it for a phoenix. It looks like, so I'm kind of like, oh, that's interesting. But
couldn't have got Eddie Murphy back for the dragon.
Is the phoenix going to talk? Is it going to be funny, or are we going more? I think they're just going for a more serious bent on it.
Yeah.
Whereas the other Disney movies have been quite a bit more lighthearted. With Timon and Pumbaa, with the Lumiere and Cogsworth and all that. They kept the humor in them. This one seems like it's going to lean heavily into she's going to war. And go probably the more legendary route, because Mulan's a legend in China, so it's not like...
it's got the whole kind of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Tiger vibe.
Like Red Cliffs or something like that, one of those pieces, like...
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I love
yeah, so I got no problem with that. But let's see here. What about Eternals? We don't know. This is the one we don't know anything about other than we've seen some costumes. We know Angelina Jolie's leading it. Yeah. We know that Kumail Nanjiani got really buff.
Oh, yeah, those pictures he was ripped.
Oh.
Although his statement with that picture that he posted was really cool, where he's like, hey, and I recognize that not everybody can do this.
Right.
I've got
the Disney machine.
Marvel. Like 4 trainers or something like that. And he's got an eating regimen and all this kind of stuff. So.
Like Marvel's got the money to hire somebody to slap food over his mouth when he just stand there. What are you doing?
That's one trainer is just you can't eat that.
This is the food slapper. What are you? I'm a Marvel food slapper. I keep keep the heroes from getting fat.
Eternals, we'll see.
Well, like I said, again, Marvel shill.
I had the same
I'm down.
opinion about Guardians of the Galaxy. I was like,
yeah,
who are these people? I don't care about this. 'Cause I never read their comic, them in the comics before.
Right.
They. I just remember the Drax was basically like, that's not the Drax I'm used to, and other than that, I didn't really know any of the other characters. That's not the Nebula I'm used to. She was a zombie.
Right. Yeah.
in Infinity War.
That's true.
So. But
I like the run. In Marvel, I trust until they make a bad movie.
Yeah, basically.
I'm down. So I'm with the Eternals, and then the big one, Wonder Woman 1984. Right. This is probably going to be the topper of all these. Would you say it's going to be the biggest of all these?
I don't. Maybe not.
Well, it's going to beat it.
As funny as it sounds, Mulan might beat it.
Mulan?
Yeah.
There you go.
There's,
You heard it here, folks. First, folks, Doug's predicting Mulan beats...
Money-wise, I don't necessarily think it's going to be a better movie.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Wonder Woman 1984 is going to do as well as the first one did.
Probably not.
I don't think it's going to be.
It's got to be a good movie. It's got to be a good movie, right? The trailer looks good. I'll say this: the trailer did its job. It turned me around in this movie. All the stuff I was hearing about this movie going forward.
Here, sorry for the noise. I'm going to move this a little closer. Some people are saying it's hard to hear me, so.
Lamont, yeah, Lamont. So, can you hear him now?
Is this better? Yeah.
I'm always louder than Doug, so.
True. Yeah. So.
You got to eat that mic. Get it right in your face.
Yeah, so the latest trailer made me feel a little more upbeat about 1984. I was really worried about it.
I was really worried about it, yeah.
Oh my God, what is going to happen here?
And after seeing it, I'm pretty sure Cheetah's going to have a transformation into we'll see the actual Cheetah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
At the end. If they don't, I'm going to be upset. But I think we will. But yeah, I mean, these are all female-led movies.
Yep.
Like a ton coming out this year, more than I've ever seen, and it's awesome because I'm excited for all. Maybe not Gretel and Hansel. I'm going to see it's a horror movie.
Yeah,
it looks good, but I want to see pretty much all these. Quiet Place 1 was great.
Yeah.
And we got to go see New Mutants just to see, right?
Oh right, yeah.
Yep.
I have to look something up because I think you left off a movie that I am somewhat interested in.
Oh, what's that?
But go ahead and go through the list here.
All right, so these are some of the other films that are not female-led coming out this year that I'm going to say a name, and you let me know whether you're interested, right? We'll go through it. Okay. So, first off, Doolittle.
No.
Remake of a remake? This guy, Robert Downey Jr., RDJ doesn't do it for you?
No, it actually looked... I've seen the preview.
Did you like the Eddie Murphy remake?
No. I was never a real big fan of the concept or the story. And Robert Downey Jr., it took me a while to place this, but Robert Downey Jr. in the trailers that we've got so far reminds me of, and I forget the actor's name, Murdoch from
the A-Team? Oh, yeah.
In his later roles, he always plays a crazy guy. And his later roles, when he's older, Robert Downey Jr. looks exactly like him. I was like, what is he doing?
Wow. Okay. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not too excited about Doolittle either.
It doesn't. Well,
I mean, sure, it's a family thing, right?
Right, it is. And if we get some trailers that actually give us a story, because right now it was just a bunch of images slapped together. I'm like, what in the world is going on?
Just talking to animals.
Yeah,
we've seen this before. Okay, there you go. Doolittle. All right, moving on. Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Is this your new Venom? You don't want to...
Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, go on. Oh, no, you do have it on there.
Okay.
Never mind.
So, Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know. Here's the thing. I wasn't interested in it before. I kind of want to see it now, if just to reward the studio for listening to the fans, right? I mean, they came out with a trailer that looked awful with the CGI and looked awful.
Yeah.
Everyone went in a rough order. That's not Sonic. We want Sonic to look. I mean, if you're gonna do a Sonic the Hedgehog movie, he's got to look like Sonic.
Sure, yeah.
Unless you paint a hedgehog blue, a real hedgehog. We want the Sonic for the video games, and they went back and they worked hard. They took an extra 6 months, redid the entire thing, and now he looks like he should look. That I think, deserves to be rewarded and seen. Go out there. I mean, they listen to you. How many times you complain about studio not listening to the fans, and then this one did. So for that reason alone, I'm probably going to go see it. But other than that, I wasn't really a big Sonic fan in the game system. Back to Sega. I wasn't a Sega guy. So, all right, Onward.
Yeah, actually looking forward to this.
Is this Pixar or is it just Yeah, I think it's
Pixar.
It's Pixar. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Pixar. Yeah, I mean, Chris Pratt and Tom Holland.
Tom Holland, Chris Pratt. When I heard that, I didn't even care. I didn't even know anything else about it. I don't care what it's about. It's a Pixar movie starring Chris Pratt and Tom Holland.
Have you seen any previews?
I have seen it. Yeah, okay, I saw a trailer for it.
Okay.
Until I saw that trailer, I had no idea, but I knew I was going to go see it.
I just saw the trailer, before I knew who was in it, and I wasn't really paying attention to the voices, I'm like, this looks dumb. Now we've seen a subsequent trailer.
Yeah.
And heard them talk about it, and I'm like, okay, I'm in.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna do this. All right, Bloodshot.
Oh yeah.
You're the big Valiant guy.
Oh, I love Valiant comics. I really hope they do this well.
I'm so scared about this movie because
I do like the concept of because this is exactly how he was in the comics.
Yeah.
He was a programmed assassin who, because he's got nanites, they just rewire his memories and go, this guy we want you to kill. He's,
he's the one that killed you.
He killed your family. Go kill him.
Yeah.
So I love that aspect.
It's Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel's Bloodshot. If you told me in the '90s that you were going to have a Bloodshot movie and Vin Diesel was going to play him, I'm be like, wait a minute, I'm totally down to see this. Now I'm kind of worried. I'm like, I hope it has the budget to pull this off.
Yeah. And there's two things I'm not sure they're going to do. One I'll be okay with. Bloodshot is kind of, he's like super unbeatable.
Yeah, you can't kill him.
You can't kill him, basically. Yeah. Although they've done a better job in the new ones where he runs out of energy.
Oh, does he? Because he's like Deadpool before, where you can't really do.
Yeah, the nanites need material to rebuild him, so he'll eat like raw meat and stuff like that. He's like, and start gnawing and stuff. So I hope that they work that into that. Like, he just walks into it, it's like, oh, cow. Slunk, and starts eating.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a Valiant fan as well. Not as big as you, obviously, but I want to see this. I hope that this is going to kick off their Valiant universe, right? Yeah. We've been wanting a Valiant live action universe for the longest time, and it's one that could actually, if done right, could be really awesome. So I'm excited about it. All right, No Time to Die. Daniel Craig's last James Bond movie. Looks good. Top Gun Maverick. No. Were you a Top Gun fan?
Yeah, I like Top Gun. It's just I'm not.
There was no There was no shirtless volleyball in the trailer.
Yeah,
at all. Or was there?
All the new people.
Okay, the young ones.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, just like I don't need an old Tom Cruise as Maverick doing something super unrealistic. Like they wouldn't let a guy that old do that in the Navy.
No,
so
they wouldn't let him in a plane. Like, how old are you? Yeah, no, you're retired.
I mean, yeah, he'd be an instructor or whatever.
Right.
He's not going to go into a combat situation or whatever's going on in the movie.
No.
So I'm just like, man, I could care less.
All right, this next one I hadn't heard anything about till I saw the trailer. Free Guy.
It looks amazing.
It looks awesome. This is, yeah.
Ryan Reynolds. Character in
video game. Yeah.
Who
becomes conscious, or
he basically. I don't know if the people physically go into the game, but they're wearing these glasses, and then
he gets the glasses, and
he can see everything that's going on in the game, and then it looks hilarious.
Right, it looks like a live action Lego movie. Is the vibe I got from it, kind of.
Yeah, maybe.
Combined
with what's the one where they're we watched 2 years ago. They live in crap, so they go into the game. Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, it looks like a
Lego
version.
Ready Player One.
Lego comic version of friggin' live action of Ready Player One.
Nice.
It's essentially, it seems, yeah.
All right.
It looks hilarious.
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah, I mean,
This is one of the ones. Another one that the trailer turned me around on, because I was totally. The trailer showed a movie promised a movie that wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting Ghostbusters reboot kind of thing with new cast, and this is actually a continuation, a legacy story, right?
I have a feeling that everything we saw in the trailer happens in the first 20 minutes.
Probably.
15, 20 minutes of the movie.
Probably.
And then you get the actual Ghostbusters.
But you got the reverence for the,
Yeah,
so I'm down for that. It looks good.
Paul Rudd, too,
And it's got Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd's amazing. Jungle Cruise. So another Disney ride turned into a movie with The Rock.
So yeah,
I mean that's a recipe for success right there.
Yep. If you've watched the Jumanji movies and you've watched any of the behind the scenes between him and why can't I remember her name? Hilary Duff, is that right?
No, I think it's I don't know. I forget.
Can't remember her name.
You have it when you get older.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen the trailer? Have you seen the trailer for it?
No, actually, I have not. I've only seen them talking about the trailers.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But not the actual.
Yeah. No, it's I'm excited. I'm gonna check this one out. But here's one. This next one is a comic book movie that is probably the first comic book movie in a long time that I'm probably not gonna go see, and that's Morbius.
Oh yeah.
So
that's a Sony one, right?
Yep.
Set in their not Spider
the not Spider universe.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt. Oh yeah. From A Quiet Place.
Yeah, I have no interest in Mobius. He's a fringe character in the comics. Why would you make him a?
Yeah.
I mean, he had a comic series.
That's Mobius the Living Vampire.
Yeah, Mobius.
He's a goofy character.
Yeah, he is pretty goofy.
I'm like, he's gonna have like the turned up nose, the whole. Oh man. Okay, that's got train wreck written all over it. Another one. This is okay. If you had to hold me to a fire and ask which is the movie I'm most excited about this summer or this year, probably this one. Bill and Ted Face the Music.
That's hilarious.
Bill and Ted 3.
If this movie had come out 10 years ago, I'd be super excited. Now I'm like, man, okay. I'll go see it, but I'm not like.
I was wondering Keanu Reeves, man. This is
super jazzed or anything.
Oh man, I want to see this. Yeah, they're our age and they can't. They
still haven't.
Yeah, they're like
found the piece.
You get told at 16 you're gonna save the world and write this epic song that's gonna change everything, and then you're in your mid 40s, 50s. You're like,
still hasn't happened.
You're like, I don't know. There's a lot of pressure. All right. The Kingsman. This is like a spin-off.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I own the Kingsman movies and I've never watched them.
I own them and never watched them.
They look cool and I keep meaning to watch them, but then something else always gets in the way.
First off, The Kingsman is a good movie. That's an awesome movie, the first one. I didn't know anything about it until I watched it. I didn't read the comic. It's very good. The last one, not so good, but it has some awesome scenes in it, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's like Pedro Pascal, Mandalorian, him and his whip work. He's using a whip,
a
lasso and a whip. It's amazing, and just to see him and Channing Tatum in it, yeah, there were some really good scenes in that one. Can't say it was a good movie, but this one I'm kind of All right, how about this one? Snake Eyes. Now this spot was originally Hasbro had the Micronauts planned for this, and thank God they changed that out because I can't imagine what the Micronauts is going to look like as a movie. But they decided to go with the solo G.I. Joe Snake Eyes movie.
All right.
And it's going to be, it's not Ray Park. They recast. But it's going to be Snake Eyes Origin. You might actually talk in the beginning of it.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, because Ray Park was too old to play Snake Eyes for an origin movie.
Although, just real quick side note, if you see him, he's like... he put on a Darth Maul makeup. He's like, I heard I'm still alive. What's the deal?
That's awesome.
So
that's cool.
But yeah, Snake Eyes. We're down for this one.
Yep.
All right, Snake Eyes is in Godzilla versus King Kong. Now, they've been building this up for a while now. They've teased this last year's Godzilla. You haven't seen King of Monsters?
No, I haven't. Now that I think
about it. Man, it was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't a great movie, but it was everything you wanted in a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, no Godzilla movie has ever been a great movie.
No.
They're all just, I want to see Godzilla destroy stuff and fight monsters.
Much like every other Godzilla movie, it was like, why are these humans in here? I don't care about. I don't care
Why
about
are you
these.
trying to give us a story? Just fight the monsters.
Fight the monsters. That's the only story I need. Like, have some scared Japanese people on the ground going, "Oh my God, we need Godzilla to save us," and then have him fight monsters. Yeah. That's all we need, and it would be great. So but I'm excited about this one. I just don't know how I feel about King Kong fighting Godzilla because they had to make King Kong huge for this. King Kong would like come up with his knee.
Well, but in the 60s they were the same size.
Actually, Godzilla would like step on buildings and King Kong would climb them.
Yeah, but
he's way bigger.
They fought they had that
because they had to grow King Kong then too with more radiation.
So when they made Godzilla bigger, they just in the modern movies they kind of just had to.
Well, they made Godzilla bigger. Here's the thing: King Kong Skull Island, another not good movie, but it was fun. They made King Kong huge in that one, way bigger than he normally was. Yeah. And they said they had a throwaway line there to talk about he's not fully grown yet.
Yeah.
Right. Because they're building that up to fight Godzilla because they made Godzilla the size he's supposed to be in the last movie. You know, so yeah. Come on, you're not gonna go see Godzilla versus King Kong?
I will. It just occurred to me now that I was like, I haven't seen the other King of Monsters yet.
And this one is not confirmed yet. It still has a December release date. We just got news today that they lost their director again. That's Uncharted, another video game movie. Uncharted is a great story, but
I like Tom Holland.
Yeah.
But I could care less about a video game movie. I don't care how good the video game is. Video game movies generally suck.
True, but if they did a Last of Us movie, I would be totally in on that. Because that story is amazing.
Would you?
Well, that would be.
Would you want them to ruin that for you in movie form?
Would you want them to ruin? True, I guess. All right.
This
Fair
is
enough.
Great. Oh, this is awesome.
Fair enough.
I just to the screen.
Just had flashbacks to the Dark Tower. Do you want them ruining your stuff you love? I'm like, okay. Coming to America 2.
Is this like
Eddie Murphy decided to come out of retirement. He went to Saturday Night Live.
He's on Saturday Night Live. He's like, this is my comeback tour, baby.
This is my comeback tour. Yeah, he killed it on Saturday Night Live. He brought back all his characters.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, I want to see old man Eddie Murphy.
All right.
And coming to America too. I'm excited.
I mean, here's the thing: this would be a great place for Chadwick Boseman to jump in and show he's got comedic chops.
True. That would be.
I don't know if he's. I assume there's already a cast for it. So I was like,
well, yeah, it's coming out this year.
So I'm like, oh man, it's probably too late to get him on board if he's not already. I have no idea who's in it. So
hopefully Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy are in it.
Is Arsenio Hall still alive? I assume.
He's around.
Let's see if we can look it up.
Who's in Coming to America too? All I know is that the first one was amazing, and it's my favorite Eddie Murphy movie. Of the movies he did.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, it tops even well, first off, every Eddie Murphy movie is awesome. This one, well, except for maybe Pluto Nash, but.
All right, let's see. Oh yeah, Arsenio Hall's in it.
You should Google that, kids. Pluto Nash.
Sherry Headley, James Earl Jones, John Amos, Wesley Snipes. Interesting.
Yeah, they're all back.
Louis Anderson,
Wesley Snipes is in it.
Bill Calloway, Paul Bates, Michael Blackson, Jermaine Fowler, Rotimi, Leslie Jones from Saturday Night Live. She's
nice.
At least partly, I'm getting Tracy Morgan's in it.
Wow, there's a ton of people in this. Sadly, no Samuel L. Jackson reprising his role. This was his first role as the robber that gets beat up with a mop.
Oh.
That was one of his earliest roles there.
That's funny.
Yeah, but all right, Coming to America too. And now, finally, again, it's not all of them, but these are the major genre movies that are coming out. Probably the one you're most excited about, Dune.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm excited. Until they let me down, I'm pretty excited. Well, here's the thing is, no Dune movie has been perfect.
Right.
But each iteration of Dune that's come out has gotten better as it goes on. There's always, go back to the classic Dune movie, there's great stuff in it. I love it. But the miniseries that came out in the late 90s,
Yeah.
early 2000s.
I know the Children of Dune was good.
Yeah,
the miniseries.
yeah. The first Dune, the first part of it, the actual Dune part, was kind of like, it was okay.
Yeah.
You know, it looked a little better.
But then Children of Dune was good.
Because it had freaking Professor X himself.
That's as far as I've gotten in the books here. Oh, I got the Dune Messiah, but that's as far as I've gotten.
The new Professor X. What's his name?
Oh, James
McAvoy.
McAvoy.
Yeah, he was Leto.
Nice. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. I haven't seen anything about it. I know they're going back to the source material, so it's going back to the books.
Yeah.
So that's good. All right, moving on to out of those, what are you most excited about? Is it Dune? You think out of all the movies that are coming out?
Yeah, Dune. That or Black Widow. Those are the two.
Those are the big ones.
Highest on my list.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got some TVs. I'm going to go through this list here. We have a lot of sophomore season TV series coming out. Season 2s. We got Mandalorian season 2. We got Witcher season 2. Doom Patrol season 2. The Boys season 2. Watchmen season 2. And then Crisis, finishing off Crisis
in the next couple of weeks.
Next couple of weeks, yeah. So that's a lot of like season 2s for really good. I don't want to say like all those series are good. I mean, Watchmen. I'm kind of like, I'm not sure how I feel about Watchmen. So it's really good. I'm not saying it's not good, but I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Yeah.
The Boys was good. It was way better than I thought it was going to be based on the source material. They knew exactly what to leave in and what to tone down from the source material because you can't have unfiltered Garth Ennis. You just can't do that, right? So, well, yeah. I mean, I thought it was really good. Out of all these, surprisingly, I mean, Doom Patrol was really good. I mean, I was surprised at Doom Patrol because it's such a goofy. You know what I mean? And it is goofy. The series is goofy.
Yeah, they lean into it. Well,
but they lean into it, and it works. And
that's what DC needs to learn.
Yeah.
Getting it right on TV.
Yeah.
They're sucking in the movie. Well, not sucking in the movies. They're about 50-50 in the movies.
Right.
So.
Exactly. But yeah, like I said, I'm excited. Obviously, Mandalorian is probably Witcher season 2 now. I'm pretty hyped about. But then Freshmen, these are the new ones, new TV series that are coming out this year. And you know, read them off and you tell me what you're most excited about. First, we'll start off with the two big ones, Lord of the Rings and Wheel of Time. Those series are coming out now.
Lord of the Rings I'm super excited about. Wheel of Time I'm
super nervous about.
It's...
Yeah.
Everything I'm hearing about Wheel of Time, it's people who don't understand the source material putting agendas into the material,
right?
And not understanding what they're getting into.
Yeah,
just like the casting is all wrong.
Yeah, yep. It just seems weird. The casting is weird.
I mean, the casting screws with the first, what, 2-3 books?
3 books. The first 3 books.
The first 3 books, it really screws with one of the main issues that the main character is having is, you know, with his identity crisis.
Right.
Because now he's not different.
Right. He's not different now.
He's not different in being different from everybody else in his little village.
Right. Because there's that much diversity.
Yeah, there's already diversity in his village.
So
the fact that he's different doesn't stand out.
Right.
And make him doubt, you know,
doubt his dad.
You know, oh man, maybe I'm not from here.
Right, yeah. Why would he doubt his father at this point? Right?
Yeah.
And, you know, he's got, everybody's different.
Everybody's different. That's just how it is.
But,
so.
All right. So we got Lord of the Rings, Wheel of Time, Star Wars Kenobi, Star Wars Cassian Andor, Avatar The Last Airbender live action. Now, I loved Avatar is an amazing series.
Oh, yeah. I loved it.
The movie was awful, right? This is going back to basically, I mean, this is not, Shyamalan is not involved in this, I don't think.
Okay.
This is they're going back and trying to do live action right, and basically as a TV series now. So they don't have to rush stuff
so
through a movie.
So they're just going to remake the cartoon?
I don't know. As a live action? I don't know. I would love to see Last Airbender live action done well, right? To make up for that awful movie. So this one I'm kind of keeping my eye on. I'm not sure about. Star Trek Picard. I mean, it looks cool. I really want to get into it, but I'm not going to get CBS All Access for one show. So when it's all done, when it's out,
when it's all come out,
We'll borrow Ben's
then
login.
then I'll get a CBS All Access or a login, you do whatever,
Yep.
and I'll watch that show. But it's not enough to pull me in to buy a subscription for a network, essentially.
All right. Fair enough. I agree. But, all right. So, why The Last Man? The comic book series. They've been trying to do this for a while.
I remember the comic book.
It was good. It just had, it was good in the 90s. I haven't read it since then.
Yeah. And I didn't read all that much. Like
I read the first graphic novel.
Issues. Maybe. Yeah, probably what would have made up a first graphic novel, something like that.
All right. The Sandman, based on Neil Gaiman's Sandman.
Nope.
American Gods was good.
I don't like
you don't like this Neil Gaiman stuff?
That Neil Gaiman stuff in the, what was that, Vertigo?
Yeah.
I couldn't care less about Vertigo.
I want that Neil Gaiman stuff.
It was, man, just not.
All right, fair enough. Either you love Neil Gaiman or you're indifferent. Usually, there's no one's like,
I don't hate this stuff. I just could care less.
Yeah.
It's ultimately boring.
Yeah.
If you're the type of person who's going, I can't wait to sign up for that philosophy class next semester, then maybe you'd like the Sandman.
It's for emo goths. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm probably gonna watch it, but The Stand. And here we go. Here's another Stephen King, right? I think he's got.
Are they making this into a full series?
Is this series? Well, it's gonna be.
They had a mini series.
They did a mini series before, which was good for the '90s. Again, another '90s mini series. It was not bad. This they want to bigger production. Obviously, this is going to be obviously.
Doesn't always necessarily mean better.
Doesn't necessarily mean better, but I mean, we'll see. I'm excited for it. I want to see this. Cowboy Bebop, live action.
All right.
All right.
What's it going to be on?
It's Netflix.
Oh, then maybe I'll watch it.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop. Well, here's the thing.
I'm not going to go out of my way for it because I don't know the anime.
There's already a Cowboy Bebop live action. It was called Firefly. So.
Well, in that case, maybe I will watch it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. Penny Dreadful, City of Angels. Now, you're a big Penny Dreadful fan.
Yeah, I like Penny Dreadful a lot. I'm not sure about this because I liked the Victorian era of it.
Right.
It was very League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Right, exactly. And this is 1920s.
So I'm not a big necessarily like a Roaring 20s, kind of that time period doesn't necessarily appeal to me. I'm not like a Golden Age Hollywood. Ooh, yeah, I love that.
I think I would much rather have had them another season of the last.
Well, I mean, they ended her story,
right?
Vanessa's story, the way it had to end.
I guess, yeah.
So I'm not sure.
All I know is Frankenstein's Monsters never met up with the group.
Yeah,
not once.
That was kind of a bummer.
I'm like, come on now. One of the best characters, and he's
met
never
half of them individually.
Right.
I mean, it was almost like two different series were going.
It was like his story, Vanessa's story,
and it was like Vanessa and Dorian Gray kind of crossed between the two.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the problem. Is there were so many cool characters that I'd like to see revisited that definitely won't. Here's my problem with the Penny Dreadful City of Angels. The big thing they're throwing out is the what do they call it, La Muerta or something like that.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
What other legends do you have from the Americas to call upon to put into that? Because this is
they're probably gonna go like Wendigo, or probably La Muerta. They would probably do.
Could care, like some sort of coyote trickster or something like that.
American legends are so lame compared to like the the European monsters.
There's just a lot of more weight behind them.
There are.
Well,
now they can meet up with Huck Finn and Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, I'm like.
Like the movie
with so that's my problem is they're gonna have to sell me on this.
Yeah,
I like the world it's in. I just don't know what they're gonna do to make it as interesting as all of those characters pulled together.
And speaking of Stargirl series is coming out. This is the first Berlanti Arrowverse that's going to be on DC Universe.
Okay.
Instead, but it's going to be done by.
I mean, I like the character of Stargirl, but I only really know her as part of the Justice Society.
Why don't they have the whole Justice Society?
So,
Why don't they have? Because the Justice Society they had in, I
mean, because it's a lot more actors you have to pay.
I guess, right? Yeah, but
I mean, notice that all of the Berlantes, except for the lowest performing one, are individuals with a supporting cast rather than.
I get maybe her supporting cast could be the Justice League. She could lead the show.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm like not super excited about it.
I don't know tons about her character.
What I am super excited about is another '90s classic coming back.
Oh, nice.
Animaniacs with all the original voice cast.
That's cool. Are they got Pinky and the Brain on there?
I'm sure they are.
They better.
They better.
Yeah.
I mean,
it'll be
Yakko Jacko and Dot are all the same voice actors coming back.
That's cool.
It's kind of.
I mean, they're 20 years older. But.
Yeah, but Animaniacs was amazing. I mean, that was.
They might be old. It might be more than 20 years old. I'm like, oh crap.
Well, okay, the guy who does Pinky, and he does a lot of other voices like that. He's actually on Nerdist. He does like voice reading stuff,
Oh, does he?
Yeah, So So what he does is he brings his show that he has on Nerdist, his Geek and Sundry, I forget what it is. He has other voice actors come on and they read lines from movies as their animated character voices.
That's funny.
So like you have the guy who does the Brain on, right? So Pinky and the Brain read like a scene from like a Quentin Tarantino movie as Pinky and the Brain. So so it's a great show. You should check it out sometime.
That's funny.
But yeah, it's a. I can't remember the name of it. I'm going to plug the show, but I don't know the name of it. All right. Judge Dredd Megacity 1. This is another one that may or may not be coming out this year. It's scheduled. It hasn't been pushed back yet.
Does it have Carl Urban in it?
Last we heard, he was going to be in it as it's not going to focus on Judge Dredd. He's going to be in the background.
All right.
Right? It'll be focused on a young group of judges in this background of city where, like, Judge Dredd shows up every once in a while to, like,
Here's my problem with this kind of concept.
It's too English.
Well, I don't think that the modern writers and producers are willing to go for the messages that Judge Dredd is meant to portray.
Right.
I mean, Judge Dredd is essentially the ultra-violent 1984. Yeah. It's it's like the dangers of a Big Brother and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna do that?
Are you ready for a fascist hero?
You're not yet. Dredd has become a cult hero, cult classic kind of, but he's not really supposed to be.
He's not supposed to be. He's a warning. He's a lesson, dude.
But hey,
but he's cool.
Freaking cool. So kind of like the Ultimates in the Ultimate verse. Yeah, they're meant to be like parodies of their characters. Yes. We kind of embraced them. And
said, like, oh no.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Well, I mean, we're not to get political, but all right. Falcon and Winter Soldier and WandaVision. Now we know WandaVision was supposed to be 2021, but in a recent announcement, they moved it up 6 months. It's releasing at the end of this year. So Falcon and Winter Soldier is in the summertime. WandaVision is going to come out in the fall.
Oh, I thought Doctor Strange was coming out this year.
Nope, it's next year, 2021.
Oh, yeah,
it was supposed to be WandaVision and Doctor Strange the next year.
Yeah.
It was supposed to lead right into it, but this one, the way they did it now is...
Well, they needed time for Loki to
Loki's going to be next year, right?
Loki's going to feed into Doctor Strange as well. Okay.
So we're going to get Falcon Winter Soldier this summer, and then in the fall will be WandaVision, and then in the winter it'll be Mandalorian. I mean, that's...
Well, and remember, you don't have on here, we're going to get Season 7 of the Clone Wars.
Right, Season 7 of the Clone Wars.
Season 7, it's really 6.5.
Right, yeah, we've already seen half of it.
It's only 9 episodes,
Well, they gave us 6 episodes, remember, released after the series ended?
Yeah, are they 3-episode arcs?
Yeah, they were the
4 episode.
They've done 3-episode arcs usually.
Okay, so I think it's 3 arcs, 2 or 3 arcs is what we're getting in this last bit.
So 9 episodes.
Yeah, either 6 or 9 episodes. I can't remember which.
Okay,
but yeah, so we've got that coming out as well soon. I think in March it releases, I believe. So that I'm super excited about too.
So, all right, now we've gone over all the movies coming out, all the TV shows coming out. What are you most excited about to watch in 2020?
All of the Disney Plus.
All
stuff.
the Disney Plus stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like they've not announced anything for Disney Plus. I'm like, wow, that was kind of a stupid choice.
Yeah, why are we doing this?
What we pay attention to.
Right, exactly. You're like, there's probably a bunch of shit we don't see and we're not paying attention to. But
although I gotta say, like I said, the freaking Imagineering story, the One Day at Disney, those are both really cool.
Yeah.
Things, not genre at all.
The one building a universe.
Moved a decimal there.
Oh, yes.
If it had made 21 billion.
Yeah, that would be.
Wow. Okay. Winner forever.
Forever top.
But yeah, I mean, all of these stuff. I think the thing I'm most hesitant about on the Star Wars Disney Plus front is the Kenobi series. Because I'm just scared they're not we'll just read it right.
Okay.
I'm scared they're not going to follow the book that came out.
They're probably not, because
and that they're going to have
latest news on that is that they're looking to cast a young Luke and Leia. So looking at actors for a young, which would be like I don't know how old, young, obviously really young. And I don't know how much they're going to play into the series. Maybe they're just in a scene or something like that. But they're looking for.
Which means if they're casting a Leia, they're going to have him leave the planet.
Yeah.
Which.
So I mean, I'm not. Hey, in Deborah Chow, I trust. After watching her Mandalorian episodes,
I'll give her a chance.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm most worried about. I'm still excited about it.
Yeah.
But I do have some trepidation there.
I just want to see it. All right, guys, there you have it. I look forward to 2020. What can you expect from us, the Grizzled Geek, here in 2020? Well, we're hoping to do more collaborations with some of our brothers from another podcast, Absolute Geek Podcast, Couch Crunchers.
Hey, you guys are doing something at Fan Fusion?
Yeah, with Fan Fusion, we're going to be doing some meet and greets, and we're going to be doing game shows. We'll pay more attention if you're in Phoenix, going to go to Fan Fusion. You can check us out there. We're looking for more gaming content on Grizzled War Master.
Yeah.
We got some stuff planned out there. Now that we got a little more time, work's not such a
right, yeah.
10-hour shifts anymore. We're actually going to get back into that. Like I said, and then obviously our convention appearances we just mentioned. So, and better equipment. We're going to get some.
Yeah, little by little, Shane got us the laptop here.
Kirsten got us the soundboard.
We need to get a new audio recorder. Well, at some point, for the gaming channel.
We're going to get the device so we can actually use our good camera for these live streams.
Yeah. We need some lavalier mics. So we got a few things we're working on getting.
But all right, really quick, let's knock out some of the news stories here. That's our look forward to 2020. We'll start off with Avengers still making history. Avengers Endgame still making history. Apparently they've just had a updated box office from China. Apparently that takes a while, I guess. The actual numbers, and it made more than they originally thought. It is now top 2.8 billion.
2.18.
It's 2.18 billion. So it is actually. I think it's 2.8. It's 2.8 billion. I put a number.
The one's an accident.
Yeah, it's an accident. Yeah, it should be. That should have been the decimal there.
Okay, so 2.8 billion. All right.
Yeah, 2.8 billion. Because it was 2.74 is what it beat Avatar with, and then now it's top 2.8 billion. Now
got it
in the record books at a much higher number now. Now it's up to Avatar to see what they can do. I do not think, unless Cameron's got some kind of crazy, amazing something, that any of the new Avatars will come close. I don't think anything will come close to this. Right?
Not for
a long time.
Because this had a 10-year build to it.
A 10-year build. It built an audience.
Buy-in. Yeah, they had an audience.
Repeat viewing, and there was so many Easter eggs and stuff like that. There was so much repeat viewing to this thing. Like everybody was going to see it like solid 3 weeks, going back and see it, going back and see it, going back and see it.
Right.
It made record-breaking amounts of money, right? And even if they re-release Avatar, I'm sure it'll do well It might, it might be there, it might not. Who knows? But I don't think anything else will.
Wait, but you can keep playing the re-release games over and over.
That's
again,
true.
so.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there.
All right. Who's going to be Moon Knight? Now we're looking at Moon Knight joining the
Disney
lineup
Plus.
on Disney Plus.
Yep.
And early front runner for the position might have been Daniel Radcliffe.
Harry Potter himself.
Who's gone on to do a lot of acclaimed
if he gets it, I would love to see this.
Yeah. But now sources are saying that the Mandalorian's Pedro Pascal is being considered as well. So
yeah,
I'm fine with either of them.
Either one of them doing it.
I think either of them can pull off Mark Spector. I mean, Pedro's probably a little tougher looking because he's supposed to be a mercenary.
Right. Yeah.
So, but I mean, Daniel Radcliffe seems to be doing good work, so I'm not going to put it over. I would be fine.
Either one of those.
I'd be way more okay with him being cast than Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne. So, hey.
I'm not taking anything against Robert Pattinson, as an actor. I'm just saying, there's already news stories about him not being able to get buff enough.
Oh,
look for him in a padded suit.
Well, hey, they did that with Michael.
I was gonna say Henry Cavill. He's not.
Yeah.
All right. The audience has spoken. What do critics know? We've seen it with The Rise of Skywalker, right? Look at it's got like a 53 critic rating and a 98. It hit a 98 rating with audience.
Wow. All right.
Check out what the latest is. And so, but it's past the 4 million domestic mark and 850 million worldwide. It's expected to end. It's expected to pass $1 billion soon and become the number 2, right behind Endgame for last year of all time. Okay. So I mean,
54 and 86.
54 and 86. So that's a huge disparity between critic rating and the audience rating. So apparently, critics don't know what makes a good Star Wars movie, but fans have spoken. They like it. This can also be gone into The Witcher, who's actually top Mandalorian just now. Well, that Mandalorian's finished for the most streamed. Critics blasted this. I mean, it got awful reviews, right?
Yeah.
But then it turns out critics admitted to not watching the entire series and even skipping episodes. One critic said he watched episode 1, skipped episode 5, and then put a review out, blasting the series. I mean...
So, all right, slight spoiler. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But I happen to have talked to somebody who has seen it and mentioned to me, you hop around through time.
Yeah.
So if you're not watching everything.
Yeah.
And paying attention to what's going on, you're not going to realize that. And
you're like watching it, going like, "Wait, isn't that guy supposed to be dead? What?" Yeah.
So.
But you have to. It is one of those you have to watch.
You have to pay attention.
You have to pay attention to it. So it's not serial. It's like the Mandalorian. You could watch different episodes once you got past the first one or whatever. Mm-hmm. The first part of it and the last part of it, all the ones in the middle, you could mix them around if you wanted because it's episodic. Or all your stories are contained. However, Witcher is not like that. You got to watch the whole way through. But yeah, how are you reviewing something that you're not watching? Or that you skipped ahead?
Sure, yeah.
Right, and they've blasted this, and yet audiences love it.
Yeah.
So, what good are critics?
Critics.
I mean, if you're paid to watch something and review it, I mean that's your job. Yeah. Your job is to watch stuff, and if I could get paid to watch The Witcher, I mean...
I have my entire life, from the time E.T. came out, I've never trusted critics.
Yeah.
I'm like, screw critics.
Right.
I don't take their word for anything.
Right. Damn, Siskel and Ebert started this whole thing giving critics a platform.
Yeah, so, I mean, if it's somebody that I've paid attention to their work over time and I've compared it to my sensibilities, then I might give them a little bit of weight.
Right.
But not a lot.
Not a lot, yeah.
So.
All right, there you go, folks. Don't listen to critics. If you like something and you like it, go watch it. Yeah. And I would recommend both Rise of Skywalker and The Witcher.
Yeah.
So go check them both out and the hell with what the critics think.
It is definitely closer to the 86% than it is the 54%.
Absolutely. What do you have, guys? Sorry for this rush together episode here. After their power outage last week, we kind of
gotta catch up.
We had a whole show planned. Now we're going to do something different. But here we go. First episode out the gate, 2020. It's going to be a great year. We're excited about it. So we'll see you again next week with another episode of the Grizzled Geek Podcast. Thank you for listening. For those of you listening on Stitcher or iTunes and you want to see our lovely faces, you can check us out at youtube.com/thegrizzledgeek.com. Also, here starting in about a half hour, if you haven't got enough nerd talk, the Absolute Geek Podcast is kicking off at 7:30. Go check those guys out. Give them a watch. They're awesome. And if you want to support us, the big thing you can do is like and subscribe. We've got a lot of new subscribers recently. Thank you guys for checking us out. We really appreciate it. A big shout out to our Patreon sponsors out there. Thanks to you. You can see we got some new equipment. We're getting some upgrades. Yeah, you're a big part of that, and we really appreciate it. And if you want to join those guys and help us, Doug, how can they support us?
Well, presumably at some point, Mike's going to add some links to this, or you can go check out some of our other videos where there will be links.
The great thing is, I gotta say, I wrote a template for James. So all you guys do is cut and paste the template right into this. Yeah, real easy.
That'll have links to our Teespring store where you can get some of our merchandise, to our Amazon affiliate link. You do your Amazon shopping through that. We'll get a small kickback. Or you can check us out on Patreon and support us that way, which Mike already mentioned.
Yep. All right, guys. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. And we will see you guys next time.